The fantail is the aft section of the main deck. Directly below is a compact room of machinery that keeps a ship on course and gives precise steering control when necessary. Welcome to aftersteering. This is a compartment that most visitors never see, and until 2024, we were embarrassed to show it. That changed after a 9-year restoration. Today, we're quite proud of that accomplishment. In World War II, slow-moving U-boats learned to make sharp turns to effectively avoid depth charges dropped from fast-moving destroyers. There was lots of barking but very little bite. Depth charges made for good Hollywood movies. 1942 destroyer escort designs were heavily influenced by real British wartime experiences. When attacking U-boats, slow but nimble was a winning tactic. British Captain Johnnie Walker pioneered the creeping attack, 2 ships working as a team, one slowly but nimbly approaching to attack. At about 300 yards, he would typically lose sonar contact. The other stayed back about 2,000 yards and maintained sonar contact. He effectively guided the first. In aftersteering, the twin rudders are moved by an electro-hydraulic steering engine. Electric motors power pumps. Pumps push hydraulic fluid. Hydraulic fluid moves rams. Rams swing the rudders. It's controlled by an electric signal from a steering station, the helm. The room is compact, loud, and mission critical. Failure is not an option. Everything here has a purpose, especially when the unexpected happens. Destroyer escorts had no heavy armor. In Navy slang, they were tin cans. To stay in the fight, they relied on redundancy. Obviously, steering control was essential. The normal steering station, the helm, is in the pilot house. There were 2 shielded electric cables running down each side of the ship, starboard and port. The selector switch was on the bridge. If one cable was damaged, the bridge could switch to the other. That was Plan A. However, the ship could also be steered from aftersteering. At sea, a watchstander was always posted there, connected to the bridge by a sound-powered phone. If the signal from the pilot house failed, or if the pilot house was destroyed, steering shifted to aftersteering. If the bridge was destroyed, steering orders were given from a battle station referred to as the secondary con. Routine tests kept the crews sharp. Silently, a watch officer would cut off steering control and measure how long it would take the helmsman to notice. When he did, the conning officer would declare a steering casualty. An alarm would blast in aftersteering, and the watchstander would take control instantly. If the primary system failed, there were backups, and more backups. Plan C, no electric power. Well, you could feed electric power from another part of the ship using heavy casualty cables that plugged into casualty receptacles called biscuits. Plan D, electric motors didn't work. Well, there are hand cranks to manually pump hydraulic fluid into the rams and turn the rudders. And that didn't work. Plan E, block and tackle, the old-fashioned way. Then there was a plan X, Y, and Z, which involved jury-rig solutions like the USS Bright DE 747, which ran ropes the length of the ship and used the anchor windlass to steer. This happened when a kamikaze crashed into aftersteering. This is a hidden space that tells a loud story. The restoration of this area, completed in October 2024, is spectacular. 9 years of hard work. What was once grimy, corroded, patched, and jury-rigged is now faithfully painted, polished, and interpreted for 1945. Very detailed hard work. Brass shines where it should. Post-World War II yellow battle lanterns were replaced by period-correct gray ones. It's now open for visitors on the Stem to Stern tour. Thanks for watching.